The corruption trial of former President Jacob Zuma is expected to be heard on Tuesday. However, there are reports that the trial will be postponed pending a ruling between French arms company Thales and the NPA. Thales is accused of bribing Zuma and wants the charges against it to be set aside. This could be the reason the Tuesday sitting will not go ahead as expected. Should the sitting be postponed, it means a February trial set by the state will be affected. Joining us is the Nkosentsha Shezi, the RET champion. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. What is your immediate reaction to this matter?
Good morning to you and good morning to the viewers. As RET champion and supporters of President Jacob Zuma, we have always said that the charges that have been brought against President Zuma are politically motivated. They have no basis in law. In fact, the former National Director of Public Prosecution, Bulelani Ngcuka, has recently reaffirmed what he said in the past, that there is not really a case against President Jacob Zuma because there's not enough evidence. Now we are saying that now that this case is delaying, we want this case to be struck off the roll so that President Jacob Zuma can carry on with his life like a normal citizen of this country.
We know that the former president, Jacob Zuma, in the State Capture Commission of Inquiry alone has been mentioned, his involvement mentioned close to 100 times. What do you have to say to that? Are you saying that with his mention and him being this alleged link, that he has nothing to answer for?
Of course, President Jacob Zuma has been mentioned. Like the same case that you are talking about, the arms deal. Bulelani Ngcuka did mention that he has been mentioned in many times. There are letters written about him. His name is mentioned many times, but there's no letter written by him. There's nothing that he says. People are saying things about him. And even in this case, when you look at the State Capture Commission, there's not really much evidence that has come out to show that President Jacob Zuma is a corrupt man that South Africa has been told. All that we are hearing out of that commission are the gossips and, people like recently President Cyril Ramaphosa has been mentioned in that State Capture Commission, but we don't see any charges being preferred against him.
The state, the NPA says it's lined up around 210 witnesses to help it in the matter. Is that not an indication of the work that's been done behind the scenes to make sure that there is legal grounds here? You say that there's no basis in law in this matter.
Of course, the NPA may, call witnesses, hundreds of them, but all those witnesses, whatever that they're going to say, it still needs to be proven by a competent judge. And you see, the unfortunate thing that we are saying is that we don't see President Jacob Zuma getting justice in a free and fair manner like any other citizen in this country. Because you would understand that this case has been so politically charged, and the environment in which it has been unfolding. If you look at the CR17 bank statements, the allegation around judges that have been paid, I personally don't trust this justice system until the CR17 bank statement are unsealed and we know who are the corrupt judges in our judiciary.
You have been involved in providing logistical support to facilitate traveling arrangements and make sure that the overall management of the expected large crowds would be in place for the former President Jacob Zuma. Talk to us about why you continue to do this and what it means to you.
Well, we will continue to do it. We had vowed that we are going to do it because we understand President Jacob Zuma to be a symbol of a black people or Africans' resistance to the onslaught by the white monopoly capital. You see, 80% of our land has been taken away by the apartheid apologists who continue to take our land, to take our diamonds and all our mineral resources of this country. And therefore, if they attack President Jacob Zuma, they are not only destroying President Jacob Zuma, but they are destroying everyone who resists and who want to see change and transform a real transformation in this country. And therefore, we are going to stand with President Jacob Zuma. And in fact, we were very, very looking forward to this day when President Jacob Zuma was going to go to court, because logistically we were ready and we were going to put thousands and tens of thousands of people, as you've seen in Bloemfontein when we stood with Comrade Ace Magashule, that tens of thousands of people gathered in Bloemfontein. And we are saying that as ordinary people of this country, we are sick and tired with a transformation that leaves African people languishing in poverty. We want a fair share in the resources of this country. We want to participate equally in the economy of this country. We are not really saying that we want to chase the white settlers away, but we are saying that we want to share the economy of this country. And President Jacob Zuma is the symbol, is the figure that represents the desire of the African people to take back what is theirs. And therefore, whenever President Jacob Zuma is persecuted and attacked, RET Champion and thousands and countless of members of our society will stand up in his defense.
You say you've had enough of African people languishing in poverty, and you speak to this matter very passionately, saying that it's politically motivated. There's no basis in the law. What is your stance as the RET champion on corruption? Because corruption is a huge factor in African people languishing in poverty.
Of course, corruption is a huge factor, but you see, the manner in which corruption as a terminology in South Africa is being used, it is used as a machinery to target and tarnish the image of those that are standing up against white monopoly capital. When we reach a stage that we are serious about dealing corruption in this country, number one, we must deal with the issue of CR17 bank statements that are sealed in court, because you cannot allow a president that is tainted with corruption and money laundering, if those CR17 bank statements are what we think they are, they must be unsealed. And because he cannot champion the fight against corruption, because what is happening currently is that we only see a faction being targeted and another faction getting away with heinous crimes, corruption and so forth. So when we want to deal with corruption, we must be honest, and we must look at corruption, and we must defeat it wherever it comes from. People that are alleged to have done wrong, they must be brought to book, and they must account for their wrongs. We have an issue of 500 billion of COVID funds that went missing. Lots of corruption happened there, and yet we are told to focus on Zuma. We are talking about billions. We are talking about people like Marcus Jooste, who flushed down the toilet billions of taxpayers' money, yet we are told that we must focus on Zuma because Zuma is corrupt. It cannot be. African people are awake today. African people demand that the land must be shared amongst all people in this country. They demand that the economy of this country must be given to the African people as well. You must understand that President Jacob Zuma introduced a 30% in procurement so that we as Black people can be able to share and participate in the economy of this country, and a number of radical economic transformation initiatives that he took. And it is for that reason, and that reason only, that the white monopoly capital is coming against President Jacob Zuma. As you would see, the extension being Comrade Ace Magashule, the SG of the African National Congress, who today is persecuted because he stands for the truth, he stands for the redress of the land that was stolen from the African people.
Nkosencha, before we let you go, very quickly, you say that people who are accused or alleged to be involved in corruption must be brought to book. Yet former President Jacob Zuma is that very person. Should he not be brought to book?
Look, the case that has been brought against President Jacob Zuma is neither here nor there. President Jacob Zuma was an MEC of tourism in KZN when the arms deal unfolded. There was a commission that sat and investigated the arms deal and it was clear that there was no corruption in Amsteel. President Thabo Mbeki has spoken around the issue of Amsteel. So I'm saying that those that are alleged to have committed any corruption, they must be brought to book and they must account. But the fight against corruption must remain pure and clean. It must not be used as a political weapon to target those that stand to demand the return of Black people's land.
Very well. Thank you for your time. Let's leave it there for now. Ngosenja Shezi, RET, from the RET champion, saying hands off former President Jacob Zuma.